Yo, what's good campers? It's your boy Killer Beezy, and today we are reviewing Killmonger. Now, before any of you are like, yo, Killer Beezy, how did you get Killmonger, bro? You're a beast. No, this is part of the content creators program, so this Killmonger is not mine, and this Killmonger will be removed from my account just before he drops to the general public and the community. So, without further ado, let's get into this champion. So, my first thoughts about Killmonger, I love the playstyle, man. Like, the playability, the way he moves, and the way he feels when you're playing him, and everything is so smooth. I love it. Enjoyed every minute of it, man. So I really enjoyed using this character, man. In my opinion, I mean, when you look at some of his abilities over here on the right hand side, so he's got armor, which is fairly okay. His true strike ability, I love. I think that's in my opinion, it's one of the best things about Killmonger. His bleed ability, it is good. In my opinion, it's not the best out of all the champions that do have the ability to cause bleed, and he's unstoppable. Now, looking at this champion, I mean, from a prestige perspective, you know, like if you're someone that hasn't got, I'm not sure what the 5-star Killmonger's prestige will be like, but the 4-star Killmonger, if you're someone that, you know, like ranking 4 stars will still benefit your prestige, Killmonger doesn't seem to have that much. His prestige isn't that great, in my opinion. Based on what I've seen, my Gwenpool and Karnak seem to have higher prestige as skill champs than Killmonger. So, you know, in my opinion, I always feel like when a champion has lower prestige, it normally means that their abilities are quite good. So that's how I normally judge champs, man. Like if their prestige is fairly high, then it means that they're not going to be too great. If their prestige is quite low, then they're going to be fairly useful. Obviously that's not always the case, obviously, when you look at examples like Blade. But anyway, so let's get into some of these abilities now. So first of all, I want to take a look at his synergies. Now, this, for me, in my opinion, man, this synergy right here with Winter Soldier, Enhanced Soldiers, it is huge, right? This synergy here, I mean, for Killmonger, a 30% chance to activate True Strike when intercepting the opponent's dash. I mean, that is brilliant, man, because if you're someone that is fairly good at intercepting, and that is, in my opinion, even better, because at the moment I think you have, which we'll touch on in a sec, but you have the ability to activate True Strike by countering a champion just after they've used their special attack. So if you also have an increased chance to activate True Strike by intercepting enemies, like, that's just a bonus, man. But this is the one that is big, man. Winter Soldier. So plus 2% attack for each hit of the combo meter to a maximum of 100 hits. Now that is big for people that don't have Star-Lord, for people that don't have stock Spidey. You know, like if you don't have those type of champions and you want to you're looking for a champion that does quite a lot of damage, you know, to get things like a Labyrinth of Legends done or whatnot. That synergy is a massive increase to Winter Soldier, man. It's gonna make Winter Soldier so much more useful within the game than he is right now. And if I'm correct, I think that percentage increases up to 5% if you're using a 5-star Winter Soldier, and I'm not sure if they have to be paired with if Winter Soldier has to be paired with a 5-star Killmonger in order for that percentage to increase to 5%. But yeah, that's massive, man. So I'm really enjoying that, and by the time you're seeing this video, hopefully we should have a short video up showcasing this synergy with Winter Soldier taking on the Labyrinth of Legends Red Hulk. So let's move on to the next one. So Wakanda leadership. Killmonger starts the fight with 3 of his indestructible, unstoppable charges. Now I can see this being beneficial to Killmonger. You know, if you are using Killmonger in, like, say, offense of Alliance Wars, and you come up against a node, like, say for instance someone places like an OG Vision on a node where he starts off with 2 special power bars. Now instantly vision is gonna go to his special 3, and then instantly he's gonna hit you with that special 3. Now if you have this synergy with Black Panther Civil War, your Killmonger is gonna take 0 damage because of the indestructible charges. So that is massive in that aspect. I can't really think of any other aspects where that would be fairly useful, man. But yeah, so then we move on to Black Panther Civil War's benefit from the signature ability, which is World Time Blocks provides a 30% plus fury buff for 15 seconds. So basically, if you're parrying, then you're gonna get an extra fury buff. I'm not sure if that helps Black Panther Civil War become any better. I think he probably needs to have a little bit more about him for us to probably look at him and say, you know what, we need to kind of we can start using him now because of this synergy. I think he still needs a little bit more, but you know, I mean, if you've got an alliance war defense and you pair these two together within your defense and these synergies are active, then you know that could be beneficial. Okay, so here we move on to the last one. Now, Fearless. Now, if you pair Killmonger with Void, so your Killmonger is going to get, if Vibranium Armor is active, Killmonger has a 35% chance to purify a debuff after 0.5 second delay, and then instantly regenerate 4% health per debuff. That is amazing. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to test that, but that alone, I mean, for me personally, and we will touch on this a bit more towards the end of the video, but you know, if you're using Killmonger as a defender and you got Void in your team as well as a defender, man, that is going to be very huge if somebody is using a champion that is going to apply quite a lot of debuffs against Killmonger. So so that is very useful, man. Now, if you're using Void, you have a chance, so it regenerates 1% health when inflicting his intimidating debuffs. Now, I mean, I haven't had a chance to play around with that, but I have seen the synergy in action, and me personally, I don't necessarily feel like this is game-changing towards Void. I mean, when we first heard about the synergy being able to make Void regenerate, it was kind of, okay, well, that's going to be sick. I think at 1%, it's not really game-changing. It doesn't really make much of a difference. I mean, especially to... I look at it this way, right? So, you've got you've got players that are at different levels. So if you are at like the higher end of the game and like at a higher skill level where, like, you know, you're really good at intercepting, you hardly get hit, and you know, you have near enough to the perfect fight on a consistent basis, this synergy isn't going to do anything for you. So and then if you're at the other end where it's like, well, you do get hit quite a lot and you take quite a lot of block damage, you know, you heavily base your rank ups upon champions that do have the ability to regenerate. This really isn't going to help you, man. So, like, you know, if you're a really good fighter and, you know, you take a little bit of damage from parrying here and there and whatnot, then this synergy will probably be a bit beneficial to you, because, you know, you're going to be healing up. And it won't be often, but you're going to be healing up, and the amount of heal that you're going to receive is probably going to sort of make up for the odd little damage that you'll take from parrying or blocking every now and again. But besides that, I was a bit disappointed with the amount of health that this synergy provides. Void allows Void to regenerate, but obviously if it was too much, Void would be way overpowered, man. So so I understand why it is at 1%, although it would be nice if it was higher, man. So now we look at now we're gonna look at Killmonger's abilities, man. So when Killmonger is duped, Vibranium armor activates a reverberation for 8 seconds, dealing damage back to the opponent when Killmonger is struck or blocks an attack. Damage is based on Killmonger's stored power at the time of activation, inflicting up to 140% of the incoming damage as physical damage. Reverberation has an 8-second cooldown time after expiring. Right, so the next thing is, when both Reverberation and True Strike are active, Killmonger gains 1262.2 attack rating when hitting opponents. Now, This now means, right, so, I mean, if you are using Killmonger, just like, you know, in your average way of the game, like you're using him in arena, you're using him to clear monthly quests or whatnot, in my personal opinion, I don't believe Killmonger has to be duped. I feel like he's still going to be useful to you duped. However, if you want to look at using Killmonger as a defensive option in Alliance Wars, or you want to look at using Killmonger as a possible option for a Labyrinth of Legends run, and I'm not quite sure that he can be used at that level yet. I think I would need to see. I mean, he does do quite a lot of damage, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I would. In my opinion, I think there are other champions out there that could be used to do Labyrinth of Legends, and can do it probably a lot quicker than Killmonger could. So I'm not sure I would use him for Labyrinth of Legends, but if you wanted to attempt to use him for Labyrinth of Legends, you are definitely going to want him duped, because you're going to want the extra damage that you're going to get from the Reverberation and True Strike being active at the same time, so that you get the increase in attack rating. So right, so let's move on to his passive abilities. So this champion has an additional critical resistance in its base attributes, which is good. At the start of the fight, Vibranium Armor provides 666.67 armor rating, and Killmonger gains 15% of his missing power each time a debuff is inflicted against him. Vibranium Armor is disabled if he is suffering from an armor break effect. So that is really good to have, man. Without him being duped, it's really good to know that that is just a standard ability that he can have. Right, so all attacks. Hitting opponents that are recovering from a special attack grant Killmonger True Strike for 16 seconds, which we know. This allows him to ignore armor, resistance, and evasion. And in my opinion, guys, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the video that I've covered with regards to the True Strike, but in my opinion, this ability makes Killmonger the best counter to evading champs, man, in my opinion. Right, so critical hits. Critical hits lacerate opponents with an 80% chance inflicting 459.2 bleed damage over 1.5 seconds. Right, special attack 1. Killmonger gains 2 counter punch charges that last for 15 seconds. A charge is spent to shrug off the impact of an enemy's attack for 0.75 seconds when Killmonger is blocking, allowing him to immediately counter attack. Now, in my opinion, I can't see where this will be useful in too much aspects of the game. I feel like, you know, if you are fighting on a node like Limber or Stun Immune, I feel like this will give you a bit of leeway with regards to if you're parrying and, you know, the enemy isn't stunned. The fact that you're going unstoppable when you do parry, when this counterpunch charge is active, the unstoppable part of it will allow you to go in and still counter attack the enemy. Whereas I can't imagine like too many, you know, if you're parrying and the enemy isn't stun immune or doesn't have limber, the enemy is going to be stunned for a certain amount of seconds for you to be able to go in and attack anyway. So I can't really see too much uses for this from an offensive perspective, unless, like I said, you're coming up against a limber node or a stun immune node and the champion has quite a lot of health. In the second, I think that will be very useful for Alliance Wall defense, though. I think that's more of a benefit to having Killmonger as an Alliance Wall defender over using him offensively. So the special attack 2, Vibranium Armor activates 3 indestructible charges. A charge is spent to ignore all incoming damage from an attack. Now, bear in mind, people, when you use this attack and you get these 3 indestructible charges, if you take a combo, I think the first 3 hits of the combo are going to get rid of those 3 indestructible charges, but then the other 2 hits from the combo, you are going to take damage. But that doesn't apply to a special 3. So if you use a special 2 and then the enemy goes to activate the special 3, and let's use someone like Star-Lord as an example. If Star-Lord uses his special 3 and I think it's got 4 hits in there, it doesn't matter how many hits it's got in there, you are not going to take damage from that special. So I did wonder about this because I saw some videos where people were taking specials where it was like the special 3 was just 1 hit, and I thought, oh, if the special's got more than 1 hit, is it gonna, you know, if you got more than 3 hits in the special 3, are you still going to take damage? But no, you're not going to take any damage at all as long as you've got these indestructible charges up once the opponent uses their special 3. So, special attack 3. If Killmonger inflicted 15 or more bleed debuffs in this fight, he inflicts a bleed stack for every bleed he inflicted. Each bleed deals 746.2 direct damage over 6 seconds. This effect can be activated once a fight. Now, this ability is good. However, in my opinion, again, this can only take place and activate once per fight. Now, in my opinion, like I said earlier, you have other champions that inflict a lot more bleed damage than Killmonger. So although this ability is good for Killmonger, I believe there are better options if you're looking for a champion solely that is going to dish out a lot of bleed damage. So, you know, this ability is good, but in my opinion, it doesn't make Killmonger a real good option for somebody that deals bleed damage. Like I said, in my opinion, you know, you got someone like Black Panther where you can, OG Black Panther, where you can stack maybe 8 to 10 bleeds and then use his special 3, and then that doubles and you watch the enemy just bleed, and you can do that consistently. There's no limit to how much times you can do that within a fight. So you know, in that sense, that's where my opinion comes from, where I don't feel like this special 3 the special attack 3 ability makes Killmonger one of the best bleed options, but it definitely will come in handy if you're using Killmonger for, you know, some of the other positive aspects of his abilities. But yeah, man, so that's all I wanted to cover. Now, obviously, looking at the champion, now two things I wanna start highlighting when we do these reviews is looking at it from a alliance attack and alliance defense perspective. Now, is this champion going to be more useful as an alliance war attacker or an alliance war defender? I believe, in my opinion, if I had access to Killmonger, I would probably place Killmonger on defense more than I would use him offensively if I didn't have a path in Alliance War where there were loads of evading champs. Like, for instance, if my path had quite a lot of Nightcrawlers on there, or quite a lot of Mordos on there, or OG Spider-Mans, then you'd be using Killmonger in my attack. Always. Every time. But if I had a path where I was coming up against Mephisto, Dormammu, Magix, and like Green Goblin, then I wouldn't be bringing Killmonger. Killmonger would spend most of the time on Alliance War defense, in my opinion. I feel like his special, like, you know, the reverberation and the special one that activates the counter punches, I feel like those two abilities, along with the special 2 as well, I feel like those abilities will benefit Killmonger a lot more from a defensive aspect rather than offensively, but once again, that's my opinion, man. Anyway, listen guys, let me know what you guys think about Killmonger, man. That's my final thoughts and review of him. I really enjoyed playing with him, and overall I would probably give Killmonger maybe like a 8 out of 10. If I had to give him a rating out of 10, that would be my opinion. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Let me know what kind of rating you guys would give Killmonger. Let me know if you guys like Killmonger, and what you guys whether you guys would use him more in Alliance War defense, or whether he would be more of an Alliance War attacking option for you guys, man, or whether you wouldn't use him in any aspect of Alliance War, you know, whether you just use him for questing or Alliance quests. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, guys. But for now, it's been your boy Killer Beezy, e.n.t Game to Entertain. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys in the next video, man. Peace.